Good evening. Today is the 6th of April and we're trying something a bit different today in terms of the time of day we're recording this. We're looking at the top 10 best-selling cars of March 2025. So March is traditionally in this country one of the top months for new car sales. That's been for some time, ever since the biannual plate change was introduced in the late 1990s. Obviously, in comparison with previous years, we are seeing more and more electric cars registered. We're actually seeing also this month the change in the zero emission vehicle mandate, which I'll make a separate video about as well. But we'll go through the list of sales. I'll call them sales rather than registrations because I can never remember to say registrations. I don't know why, I just can't remember. So I'll call them sales or registrations. They're just the same thing. I know that they're technically different. It's quite a momentous month. We have had a lot of new cars registered in March 2025. It's actually up by 12.4%, which I'm sure lots of you will be excited about. Look at the breakdown, first of all, the power source that comes into each car. So first of all, we've got battery electric sales, which are now at the top of the charts. The SMT have changed where they do their site now. It's very, very frustrating, unfortunately. It's much, much worse than previously. I don't know why they've made it worse, but they have. So if it looks like I'm struggling to use it, then I am. So with the battery electric cars, March 2024, 48,000 cars sold. March 2025, 69,000 cars sold. Percentage change 43% up. Market share is now 19.4%. It was 15.2%. That's still short of the 28% required by the zero emission vehicle mandate. Not surprising that this week they've actually changed that a bit, but there we go. Plug-in hybrids, which actually now make up 9.5% of the market. It was 7.7% last March. Percentage change is up by 40%, and that means that last March 24,500 cars were sold to plug-in hybrid powertrains, and last month 34,000. Hybrid electric vehicles, this could be now, but they're lumping the mild hybrids and the hybrids together. So cars would have been standard hybrids for years. This is all sorts of things now. I don't know, an example of this would be the Suzuki Vitara hybrid, for example, which one of which was a mild hybrid and one which is hybrid. They're lumping those both together now. But that's quite a big proportion of the sales. So it's up by 28% compared with March 2024. Market share is now 14%. Sorry, market share was 14%. It's now 16%, which is a 28% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 44,000 to 56,000. Petrol is still the biggest category. In fact, it makes up 49.5%. It was 55.9% in March 2024. So it's actually gone down by 0.4% in terms of the number of cars sold, but the market share has actually dropped. This is because of the overall increase in sales. So in 2024, in March, it was 178,000. It's 177,000. Not a massive change in terms of the overall numbers, but market share is very different. And then the forbidden fuel, we can't talk about on the channel. And people always wonder, they always ask me why. Well, political meddling and the fact that people just don't buy them anymore. So in March 2024, 7.3% of the market. It's now 5.9%. Was one of the, it's a massive, massive decline actually, by about 10%. And they sell far fewer cars with engines we can't talk about now. They do even the plug-in hybrids, like far, far fewer. It was 23,000 last March. It's now 21,000. We can now then look if this thing will actually let me and show me what I want to see. There we go. Sales type is the thing I need. Oh, it's so annoying, this new site. Anyway, so the figures for March 2024 versus March 2025, the private fleet and business sectors. Private doesn't make up nearly as much as you would think. It's slightly more this month, but in March 2024, it only made up 40.4% of the market. Last month was 41.2% of the market, which is about 14.5% different, which means 129,000 cars. Sorry, more like 128,000. 128,000 cars are registered by private buyers in March 2024. And last month, 147,000. The fleet sector, market has gone down a little bit. It's gone down from 57 to 56.6. But because the number of car registers has increased, it's actually a positive change of 11.5%. It's gone from 181,400 to 202,000. The business sector is absolutely tiny. It made up 2.5% of the market in March 2024 and 2.2% of the market in March 2025. It's actually gone down by 0.3%. Gone down for about 8,000 to 7,900. Now, what did you click on? A video about the top 10 best-selling cars of March 2025. So I'm now going to the next section, which I have now managed to access. That's better. Gosh, it's so terrible, this new site. Anyway, number one is a Ford Puma. That's not really a surprise because that was the best-selling car last year in this country. Number two is the Kia Sportage. The Puma sold 11,000 cars. Sportage sold about 8,000 cars. So quite a big difference there. The Corsa is back in the top three. It's not been up there for quite some time, actually. It was the best-selling car in, I think, 2023, as far as I remember. Yeah, 2023, because the Fiesta was discontinued that year. Was it 2024, 2022? I can't remember now, viewers. Somebody have to enlighten me, because I can't remember which of those years it was. But the Corsa was on top for a while. It's about 7,000 cars. And then only a couple fewer. The Corsas are actually 6851. The Qashqai, number 4, is 6844. So just clicking on to the top three by less than 10 registrations. The Corsa, and then there's Duke at number 5, it's 6,471. This is really close to the middle, actually. Then the Golf in 6th position, 6,447. Then the MGHS. Who would have thought we'd be living in a world where the MGHS only outsells the Golf in one of the top months of registrations by about 100 cars. Crazy. It's crazy. So the Golf 6447, the MGH is 6337. Then the Ford Cougar. Ford are not doing very well in this list at all, apart from 2 cars. Yeah, well, I'll look at the individual manufacturers in a bit, but yeah, Cougar's under 6,000, 5,949. The ZS, 5,907, and the Tiguan is 5,464. So MGs are now really popular in this country. They're really popular in this country. When I used to start testing them for the channel in 2018, no one ever knew MG were even making cars anymore. A lot's changed since then, viewers. Let's now go on to how each individual manufacturer is doing. There's a lot of them, so bear with me. We'll start with Abarth. So Abarth in 2024 in March, they sold 153 cars. The market share was 0.05%. In March 2025, they sold 89 cars and market share of 0.02%. It's not really a very popular brand in this country, and that's down by 42%. Right, not a good start. Alfa Romeo, fellow people at Stellantis, much better. In 2024, in March, they sold 196 cars. The market share was 0.06, and last month they sold 616 cars. What on earth is going on, viewers? Is that just sales for the Junior that's quite new? Is that an increase in sales for the Tonale and the Stelvio and the Giulia? I don't know. But their sales are up by 214%. 214%. Answer me that, viewers. I don't know. Next is Alpine, who have decreased rather dramatically by 71%. Last March, they sold 90 cars and the market share was 0.03. Last month, they sold 26 cars and the market share was 0.01. Audi. Actually, they've had a slight decrease for some reason. It's very big numbers, but it is a decrease nevertheless. In last year, in March, they sold 18,500 cars. Market share was 5.8%. And last month, they sold 17,500 cars, and market share was 4.9%. And that's a decrease of 5.1%. Bentley, little bit of an increase, about 17%. Number of cars sold has gone from 147 to 172, and the market share is remaining exactly the same at 0.5%. So on to BMW, who've done really well, actually. They haven't quite outsold Ford, but they've done quite well. So they've gone up from 2024. In March 2024, they sold about 20,000 cars. Now they're on 21,500. Number of the market share has gone from 6.3 to 6% though, because market's up generally, but that's still a 7.5% increase. BYD, 754% increase. 754% increase. Having driven the CLU last year, it's actually quite a good car. Ride and handling aren't actually up to the class standards particularly, but everything else is very good. The quality's good, the equipment level's good. The car is big, apart from the boots, is a little bit small, but it looks okay. I think they're just going to increase. Whether or not you actually like BYD is up to you, really. But I think, will probably become a force on the market quite soon. Number of cars sold has gone from 759 to 6480. Market share has gone from 0.24 to 1.81. Oh my gosh. Chevrolet, let's not think about that too much, viewers. There's not really much to say about them, although the sales have gone up by a factor of 10. So putting it down here is an increase of 900%. That's one car to 10, by the way. Crazy. Anyway, Citroën, not good. Down by 54%. The number of cars sold has gone from about 5,000 to 2,250. Market share's gone down by 1.5 to 0.63. Yeah, 54% decrease. Cupra have done very well, actually. I don't know if that's for Born or Fermenter or what, but they've gone from 4,000 cars to 6,200. Market share's gone from 1.25 to 1.73, which is a 55% increase. Well done to Cupra. Dacia have also had an increase from about 5,000 to about 6,000 cars. Market share has gone up from 1.6 to 1.7, so a 20% increase. DS, not good. Like Citroën, not good. 59% down. Market share has dropped from 0.06 to 0.02. Number of cars sold has gone from 180 to 75. Fiat, not good. Why is it Stellantis is always kind of like this? Either it's absolutely amazing or it's terrible. I don't know why. So market share has gone down from 1.1 to 0.6. Number of cars sold has gone from 3,400 to 2,000, which is a 39% decrease. Fisker, yeah, let's not talk about Fisker views. Ford have done really well for reasons I don't quite understand. Well, it's a new model that they've launched. I know they've launched the electric Puma. I know they've launched the Capri, which we don't talk about on this channel, viewers. The electric Capri anyway. What is it they've launched recently? I don't know. Maybe they've just been discounting those Pumas and hope of regaining the top spot, which they have done. So, 17,000 cars in March 2024, 24,000 cars in March 2025. The market share has gone up from 5.4 to 6.6. It's a 39% increase. Well done to Ford. Then Genesis. My gosh, an increase for Genesis. Genesis makes some of the finest premium cars in this country, backed by an amazing after-sales package. Why they've discontinued all the combustion ones, I don't know, because they're really good. I want to drive some more combustion engine Genesis models, but I won't be able to because they've just been discontinued. Oh well, never mind. 52% increase. Market share has gone from 0.04 to 0.06. Number of cars sold has gone from 141 to 214. Great Wall Motors and Aura, not good. Down by 91%. Yes, not good. I think the Euro 3 or Funky Cat's the only one on sale still, and there's not many of those left, presumably. Sales have slumped from 310 to 29. Market share's gone from 0.1 to 0.01. Honda, decrease of 26%. I don't know why I like Hondas, particularly the Civic and the HRV, my favourite. I really want to try those. I've tried to contact Honda and see if they'll give me some cars, but I'm too small a channel, really, I think, to be noticed in this day and age, really. Never mind. Yeah, 26% down. Market share has gone down from 2.5 to 1.6. Number of cars sold has gone from about 7,900 to 5,900. Hyundai, as you're supposed to say now, up from 13,500 to 14,500. Market share has not actually increased. It's gone down slightly because the general market is up by so much, about 12.4%. So it's not a criticism, really. It's just the way that things work. Yeah, very good. That's actually a 6.4% increase. Ineos, very, very flat figures for Ineos. About 40 cars both years. JQ, nothing to compare it against. Jaguar, not good. Obviously, the discontinuation of all their models towards the end of last year was the catalyst for this. They're still selling some of them, though. Their new ones arrive in 2026. So down from 4,700 to 700. Market share has dropped from 1.5 to 0.2, which is an 84% decrease. Jeep, much better. Must be that Avenger. I don't really know the other Jeep models very well. So we have in 2024 in March, 1,600, now 2,600. Market share has gone from 0.5 to 0.7, which is a 59.6% increase. KGM, formerly SsangYong, not brilliant, really. The sales have dropped from 385 to 367. Market share has gone from 0.12 to 0.1, and that's a 4.7% decrease. That's a shame, particularly because we own a SsangYong. Kia, up by 8.2%. Number of cars sold has gone from 18,500 to 20,000. Market share has gone from 5.8 to 5.6. Predictable, really. Same with Hyundai. Leap Motor, nothing to compare it against. Heard of that little thing that rivals that, just haven't we? Lexus, very similar figures to last year, like very similar, within like 0.5%. Both times about 28,000 cars sold. Market share is very slightly dropped because of market driven slightly from 0.9 to 0.8. Maserati, down by 29%, but that only means a loss of about 25 cars, so never mind. Maxus, the same as Chevrolet, they've gone from 1 to 10 cars, which is a 900% increase. Mazda, despite the news that the current generation Mazda 2 has finally ended production after 10 years, which saddens me greatly. I did a very, very vlog about that recently. Their sales have increased from 4,600 in March 2024 to 6,900 last month. The market share has gone up from 1.5 to 1.9, so 49% increase. Mercedes-Benz, a very good month for them, actually. Not quite as good as last year, but still very good. Last year, they actually sold about 20,000 cars in March. Last month was about 18,000. The market share has gone down from 6.2 to 5, and that's an 11% decrease. MG, wow. Who would have thought the day would be coming where MG outsell Skoda, Renault, and is that Land Rover as well? It is, yeah. There we go. So 13,000 cars sold in March 2024, 16,000 last month. Market share has gone from 4% to 4.5, which is a 23% increase. No wonder I've got 2 cars in the top 10. Mini. So look at this then. Wow, under half of what MG sold. Isn't that strange? 6% decrease. Market share's gone from 2% to 1.7. Number of cars sold has gone from 6,500 to 6,100. Nissan decrease. They sold 21,000 cars last March. Last month, 17,000. Gone from 6.5 to 4.7% of the market. I really hope Sunderland makes it through this rocky period for Nissan. I really hope they do. Yeah, 80% decrease. Omoda, nothing to compare it against. Peugeot, more slanted brand, actually more of a success. In fact, quite a big success. 35% increase. Market share has gone from about 3.8% to 4.5%. Yeah, 12,000 cars to 16,000 cars. Polestar, another big success, produces an electric brand. It's quite surprising, actually. 203% up. 0.25% of the market now, 0.7. Number of cars sold has gone from 803 to 2434. Porsche, good. 30% up. Market share has remained very steady. It's gone from about 1 to about 1 again. In fact, it's 0.98 to 0.99. Yeah, that's right. 3,100 cars to 3,500. Renault, and a good result actually. 26% increase. Market share has gone from 2.8 to 3.1. Number of cars sold has gone from 8,800 to 11,000. Seat, not so good. Seat, the brand seems to be sort of slightly kind of in jeopardy at the moment in terms of where it fits in the Volkswagen empire. Anyway, 6,000 cars, now down to 4,000 cars. Market share has dropped from 1.9 to 1.13. It's a 33% decrease. Skoda, always much more popular than Seat in this country for reasons I never quite understand. 10,000 cars, up to 13,600 cars. Market share has gone from 3.1 to 3.8, which is a 36% increase. Skywell, they sold 6 cars last month. Subaru, down by 2%. But when you compare 641 cars to 627, it's not really big loss, is it really, particularly? Suzuki was 5,000 cars last March, now 3,300, and market share has gone down from 1.6 to about 0.95. It's a shame because Suzuki makes some really good cars. I'm looking forward to trying some more of those this year, actually, if I can. Particularly with Swift, I'd love to drive a Swift. Tesla actually increased, unlike some parts of the world. It's gone from 7,000 cars to 7,200. Market share has gone from 2.2 to 2%, which is a 2.4% increase. Well done to Tesla. Toyota, we've gone from 17,000 to 18,500. Market share has gone up for market share market share has gone down because of the overall increase in the market, but it's 5.3 to 5.2. So we won't hold that against them, and their sales are up by 10%. Vauxhall, actually an increase for once, despite the sad closure of Luton. So their market share has gone from 4.9% to 4.6% because of the overall market expansion. It's up by the number of cars is up by 5.4%. So 15,500 to 16,400. Volkswagen absolutely demolished everyone else as usual. 32,000 cars sold last month. Last year it was 22,000, 42% increase. And they had 7% of the market. They've now got 9% of the market on their own, not with the other brands they own, just on their own. Volvo, very good, 58% increase. It's probably even got the XC40 with top 10 actually. 2.4% of the market in March 2024, now 3.3%. Xpeng, I've never seen them before, nothing to compare them against. So, total, last March it was 318,000. Last month, 357,000, so up by 12.4%. So quite healthy figures, really. So thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again very shortly for some not particularly penetrative analysis.